Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. How are you all? How's your vacation? Hope you all are doing well. So, come back to our class. We are in civics section and we discuss understanding diversity. We learn various forms of diversity in our everyday environment. In which field we see that diversities? Can you say? Yes, diversity in family structure, diversity in economic activities, diversity in languages, diversity in caste, religion, ways of prayer, etc. And also diversity in interest, skill, etc. So all these diversities has its importance and need. Without these diversities, we cannot live, right? It adds these diversities add beauty, uh, beauty to our life, right? Yes. Then we can see how these diversities acts as a sign of strength rather than our weakness. Okay. Besides this diversity, there is unity also in India. We are discussing the case of India, and besides this diversity, all people of India are united. We can see which are the factors that bind all the Indians as the one nation. Factors which binds this unity. We all know that in India we can see different religion, different languages, different caste, but there is a unity between these people. For example, different types of flowers add to the beauty of a booklet. We all know. Huh? So, like that, diversity and the beauty of our Indian culture. So, these are the factors which bind the unity of India. Despite the above mentioned diversity in different spheres of Indian life, there is a bond of unity which binds the people closely as one another. First is geographical unity, then political unity, cultural unity, religious unity. And we can see what is geographical unity. Okay, geographically also India are united. In ancient time, India was a single geographical unit. That means all India is considered as a single. It is isolated from other countries by its boundaries. India is isolated from other countries by its boundaries. These boundaries have separated India from the rest of Asia. We know that Himalayas in the north, then Eastern and Western Ghats in the south, these are separated. India is a single part of the globe. Okay, and also in ancient times in religious literature, we know that India, our country, has been mentioned under one name, single name, that is Bharatvarsha. The entire India is called Bharatvarsha. That this shows the truth that the whole India has been considered as a single country. Whole India is called Bharatvarsha. Now it is divided in different states and it is called different names. Huh? But in ancient time, only one name for the entire country from north to south, east to west, all are considered as Bharatvarsha. Okay, so this is geographically also people are united in India. Then next is political unity. Politically too, India is considered as one unit. In ancient times, we know that Rajas and Maharajas were ruled. And these Rajas and Maharajas were always established their rule over the whole of India. They want all India under their control. Ashoka, one of the great ruler, could bring almost the entire country under his domination. He wants the entire country under his domination, under his power. Then the another rulers, Delhi Sultans, then Muhammad Tughlaq. These are the several dynasties ruler. They also attempt to conquer the whole of India under their control. And also they perform Ashwamedha Yajna. What is Ashwamedha Yajna? You know? Ashwamedha Yajna is one of the horse sacrifice for establishing the power of king. In order to establish the power of the king, they perform Ashwamedha Yajna. Huh? That means the strong rulers as an indication of the Chakravarti Raja. They have become the Chakravarti Rajas. Okay. So then after the achievement of independence, India as a whole has been governed the same system of administration, democratic government, the same laws, same constitution. So we can see that before independence and after independence, India, in the case of political unity, India become more effective and stronger. Okay, so we can see political unity also in India besides these diversities. Okay, then next is cultural unity. The inhabitants of different parts of India share a common culture. We know that Diwali and Dussehra are celebrated in every part of the country. And also, we know the people of the whole country have similar ideas about the performance of marriage, place of women in the society, etc. Okay, so this cultural unity of India is established, is more effective. And also, we know that the culture, the classical, for example, the case of classical dance, Kathak from North India, Manipuri from North East, Kathakali and Bharatanatyam from South India. All these classical dance appear different in dress, steps, action, expression, etc. We all know that all are different, but the theme they deal with the same. The theme is same. That is Krishna's life. So theme is same, but the dress habits, the expression, that all are different. That means there is a unity in this culture also. We can see unity in culture also, but it is called in different names. The harvest festival, that is common feature celebrated different parts of our country. For example, Bihu of Assam, Pongal of South India, or Baisakhi of Punjab. These all are harvest festival, but it is called in different names. Bihu, Pongal, Baisakhi. So it is called in different names, but the theme is same. Okay, so in culture also we can see unity in India. Okay, the next is religious unity. We know that there are different religious sections in India. Muslims, Christians, Hindus, and in spite of this diversity, there is a religious unity among faith. People of different religion live together in India. So India is a secular country. It allows people of all religions to live and give equal opportunities. There is no discrimination on the basis of religion in India. And also freedom of worship is granted to all citizens. So all citizens may follow any religion or none of the religion. There is no state religion. We can choose any religion. Okay. So, in spite of the diversities of race, color, language, etc., there is a unity in these fields. Clear? We can see in India diversity in language, diversity in religion, diversity in interest, diversity in skill, then diversity in family structure. But besides these diversities, we can see unity, geographical unity, political unity, cultural unity, religious unity. So these factors make unity in diversity. Okay, So this diversity is considered as a strength of India. Clear? Thank you.